Don't leave this town, don't leave today. Gonna get away from here and don't care what you say. Woman of trouble, I got worries on my mind. See, I can never be satisfied now, just can't keep from crying. Now I feel like snapping this pistol in your face. I'm gonna let some graveyard woman be your resting place. Woman of trouble, I got worries on my mind. See, I can never be satisfied now, just can't keep from crying. Now I'm in my bed, I hear my doorbell ring. Looking for my baby, I don't see a doggone thing. Woman of trouble, got worries on my mind. See, I can never be satisfied now, just can't keep from crying. Alright, that was Can't Never Be Satisfied by Muddy Waters. And that's going to be our lesson for today. We're going to learn how to play Can't Never Be Satisfied by Muddy Waters. And the way we begin is we're going to have to tune our guitar to an open G major converted G chord. So that when we play a slide, pretty much always with a slide, you're going to have some kind of open tuning. I won't say always if you're just playing solo, but for the most part, if you're playing by yourself, you're going to have some kind of open tuning because the slide is essentially like a bar chord. And if you have an open tuning, then no matter what note you hit on the slide, you're going to have some kind of open chord or another. Okay, so the way we do this is you do not want to, I repeat, you do not want to tune up to like your regular G chord where your notes would be as though you were playing a G chord, because this will create too much tension on the neck. So we're going to play an inverted G chord, and we're going to tune our strings down. We're going to start with a low E string, and that's going to be tuned down to a D. You'll notice that's already in tune with my D string, and that's because I tuned it down to a drop D, just like in drop D guitar tuning you see a lot of heavy metal guitar players use sometimes. Okay, also we're going to do the same thing with the A string, but we're going to tune it down to the open G string. So that's the same note. So we're going a whole step down from A, which would be a G note. And that's an octave lower than our open G string. Then we're going to repeat the same process with our high E string. That's going to be tuned down also a whole step to a D and off of our D string. So when the result is an open G major tuning. Okay, so that's where we begin. Our next step is we are going to slide. We're going to you can either use a pick and these fingers, because you're gonna need something to hit the bass note, or another good way it's just as good is your thumb and these fingers. Any one of these fingers, however you want to do it. Okay, so we're going to start off. We're going to be hitting our bass note with our. I like to use a pick, but again, you can use a thumb. So we're going to be hitting our bass note on our A string, just an open A string, no frets, and we're going to be sliding into our 12th fret on our high E, our B, and our G string. So that'll be like this. And after each one of those notes, if you noticed, we're alternating with this low bass note. So you hit a note, then the bass note, then the note, then the bass note. So that's our first part. Okay, then our next lick is we're going to be on our A string. We're going to slide, hit it open first, and then slide from our first to our third frets. So then you're going to do the first part 4 times. I'm sorry, that's 1 time. And you do that after each one of those runs. Every time you do this, follow it up with this. And you're going to do that 4 times. All right, then from there we're gonna pick with our thumb the A string, and we're gonna pick with our ring finger the B string, and our G string with our middle finger. So that'll be all 3 of those strings together. We're gonna be using those over and over again. All All right, so our next part is we're going to use those fingers to slide into from the 3rd to the 5th fret. Again, we're going to use a lot of vibrato. You can't have too much vibrato on this sort of thing. Just the more vibrato you have, just the better it sounds. Okay, and then we're going to pluck it 6 times, I believe. So that'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we're going to follow that up with this on the D string. And how we do that is open D string first, and then slide from the 1st to the 3rd, and then open again, and then slide to the 3rd on the A, and then open on the A. So that's. And then we're going to follow that up with this. And how we do that is we slide from the 5th to the 7th. And those last 2 notes were back to the 5th, and then the 3rd, and then open. So that's 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 5, 3, open. And all while we're picking the A with our thumb, the B with our ring finger, and the G with our middle finger. So all the way up to that point, we have. All right, now our last part, we're going to be sliding back into the 7th, and then to the 5th, and then just like we did the first time. So that's 7, same strings, 5th, and that's our whole lick. Repeat process, and you can add a solo if you want. Just slide up to the same octave. Get creative with it, do whatever you want. And that's our lesson for today. I hope to see you next week. Thanks.